The questions and challenges facing us all now in Europeans.
European countries produce a large number of quality films, and yet few of them manage to make the jump beyond their national markets and secure distribution across the continent. The European Union's media programme aims to give a helping hand. It also tries to increase awareness of pan-European trends among filmmakers and nurture talent through training programmes. Creating networks of film schools and setting up exchange programs for students is a priority for the European Union in the coming years. The Film Academy in the city of Ludwigsburg in southern Germany could be the shape of things to come. For the last 3 years, the school has offered a masterclass for young European producers in partnership with the French Academy Fémis and with support from the EU.
Nazywam się Maria Blicharska.
My name is Maria Blicharska. I'm a producer in Krakow in Poland. I came to Ludwigsburg for the production masterclass run by France and Germany. I hope it'll open doors for future European co-productions. It's an opportunity to meet people and spend a year with a group of 18 Europeans. It gives us a chance to make contacts and create a climate of trust. Of course, you can always get in touch with producers speculatively, but when you've spent a year with the same people, you can trust them not to mess up or abandon a project. You know who you're dealing with.
który nie rozpadnie się w jakimś momencie, na jakimś etapie, bo my wiemy, że to jest osoba, z którą chcemy pracować.
Maria passed a competitive examination to enter the class. The other students selected include 6 French people, 6 Germans and 5 participants from other European countries. German film director Sehr teaches on the course.
I think that in Europe there are a lot of talented writers, directors and people who produce films, but there aren't enough producers and distributors working at the European level. At the moment, European films are confined within national borders, and I think that we don't stand a chance against American studios unless we come together to produce and distribute our work.
Joan Borrell Mayor is from Spain. He took part in last year's masterclass. He now runs his own production company in Madrid and feels that the course was a valuable experience.
The most interesting aspect of the program is meeting with young producers. They may come from different countries, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, England, but they are roughly the same age, and more importantly, they share similar values and goals. And this creates a mini network which will grow and it will develop. They can count on me and vice versa. And for me, that is essential.
Participants must be at least 30 years old, but they don't have to be established producers. Indeed, their backgrounds vary widely. At first, simultaneous translation is available in German and French, but later students are left to communicate as best they can. This is part of the challenge of co-production, understanding another culture.
We encourage our students to maintain their cultural identity while exploring others and understanding how to relate to them. The participants become familiar with French and German culture, Italian, Spanish and English culture. When you know and respect other identities, you know how to make your film connect with other audiences and how to make the right marketing pitch.
It's break time. For Maria, time for a guided tour of the Academy's 2 studios, and for Juan, a chance to explain his work over the past year. This is where Joan filmed Christmas 1914. While learning his trade, he was also confronted with different cultures and ways of working. The film tells the true story of enemy troops on the Western Front in World War I celebrating Christmas together for a few short hours before hostilities resumed.
Ich bin fest davon überzeugt, dass
I'm convinced that in European cinema, movies can only function outside a specific country if they have a clear frame of reference. Mixing cultures doesn't work. You need to tell a precise story in a very specific context.
eine ganz bestimmte Geschichte in einem ganz bestimmten kulturellen Rahmen erzählen.
Our main fear is being labelled as a kind of Europudding, an artificial co-production with only one objective, to be subsidised by different countries, but with elements that don't make sense. Say, an Italian actor and a French director who don't understand each other, and the result is like a badly baked pastry.
Being part of a new generation and being European gives us the opportunity and the strength to do something that's never been done before. We can preserve our identity and go beyond it to create something new.
The students also spend a few weeks at Fémis, the Paris-based film school.
Of course, we won't all hit the big time, but I think at the moment this is the best opportunity in Europe.
Joan has made the most of his contacts and is now working with various European partners, including his former teacher, Sehr. The training concludes with a visit to the Cannes Festival, where the European Commission provides support for scriptwriters. The first New Talent Award was presented to Juan Hopkins, a young Briton, for his script for the feature Better Things. It received a grant under the EU Media Programme, an example of how the Union is trying to help filmmakers assert their cultural identity and give them a bigger stage on which to present their art.